How One Recruiter Recruits on Facebook. That's next on the RecTech Podcast. Welcome to RecTech, the recruiting technology show. I'm your host, Chris Russell. I'm a consultant who helps job boards and HR tech vendors with strategy, marketing, and product development. So the goal of the show is to highlight interesting recruiting technologies as well as talk to recruiters on how they use that tech to recruit every day. So on today's show, we're going to talk to a recruiter and get her take on Facebook. But first, let's say hello to our sponsor. The RecTech Podcast is sponsored by Beyond.com and their popular text-to-hire text messaging campaigns. Text-to-hire is a text recruitment solution that gives you instant mobile access to the candidates you want to reach for high-quality one-on-one conversations. So, we're all on our phones 99% of the time. So if you have that one tough position you need to fill or just want to break through the clutter and connect with candidates in a unique way, why not reach out to them on the device they're already using and right in their hands? So right now, Beyond is offering our listeners a 10% off discount to your first text-to-hire campaign. Just go to beyond.com/rectech, RACTECH, to learn more and find out how many people you could reach. All right, this audio you're about to hear was recorded at the recent HRTX event in New York City held by Recruiting Daily. I met Ezra Oziskender, a third-party recruiter who is also a Turkish American, and I was intrigued by her use of Facebook to place candidates. So I cornered her and got her to talk about how she does it. Here's the audio.
First, let me tell you what I just.
Okay, let me introduce you first.
Yeah.
So this is Ezra Oziskender.
Yes.
Is that right? Oh, here at the HRTX conference. She uses Facebook to recruit a lot, so
yes.
I'm going to get some questions from her, answers from her around that.
My experience, yeah.
So you're a third-party recruiter, Ezra. What types of jobs, first of all, do you recruit for on Facebook?
Well, basically, I can advertise anything here, everything, because I have 1,600 people in my Facebook.
Okay.
And then I have, again, 1,600 followers, but these are different people, not the same people. Some
Followers,
people from my Facebook and some from outside that they follow my HR Link Consulting page. So I announce my jobs and add some pictures of it, so visualize.
Okay, what kind of pictures?
For example, if I'm looking for a construction engineer,
yeah.
I put a construction engineer picture that I found from Google Images,
okay.
So it's, because it's Facebook, it can't be boring, because
right.
people are there for fun most of the time.
You need a visual to go along
Exactly.
with that.
Even in my wording, I do some fun stuff there. Hey, do you know that kind of person, and for a great company, if you have a friend, and things like that. So it's not really very official, and it's not boring.
Okay. And it's HR Link Consulting if you want to look up her page on Facebook. So,
and then I am a member of 230 Facebook groups.
Okay, so let's talk about groups for a second. So you join a lot of groups. I'm assuming some of these are like local job search groups, local industry-related stuff that you're looking
Anything.
for?
Depend on what you're usually recruiting for. You can search the groups on the Facebook search engine here.
So what are some of your favorite groups, for example?
Well, let me go to my groups here. See, these are all groups. It's not working. This is the pages actually. It doesn't show the groups. Groups should go from here. Maybe in the next room it's gonna work. My favorite groups are cultural groups. You can go to Polish people, Turkish people, Russian people that live in the US, because they're more tend to distribute your ads than others.
Okay, so this is
my favorite.
Okay, so you belong to a lot of cultural groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
And then
and these are just kind of general random groups. I mean, is there any specific focus of these groups? Or?
yeah, for example, I'm Turkish, so I am a member of almost all Turkish American groups.
Okay.
Secondly, construction people's groups, because I
Place
hire
like
for
construction
construction a lot.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a recruitment group or job seekers.
Okay.
That's the key.
Okay.
With a little budget, I find my candidates mostly from the groups that you don't think that they would be interested in recruitment. But think about this. Everybody knows someone who is looking for a job.
Yes, that's true.
And everybody is hungry for a good job opening, at least to hear, to see. So I rarely get rejections from the groups. Rarely they say, oh, sorry, this is not a recruitment page. We apologize, you cannot post it there. And you say, okay, thank you. And then you just withdraw from the group. It happens. But you got to try your chance.
Now, when you post these jobs,
and it's all free.
Okay, so
And you can
are
reach
you-
to thousands of people.
Yep. Are you linking out? Are you linking the person out to your ATS or website, or are you putting your email address?
I usually give my email address. Sometimes I give my website address. And another good point that you reminded me, everything I post on my page, HR Link page,
Yep.
automatically post to LinkedIn. So I don't have to go there because they are linked.
Yes.
You can link them. And
What do you-
Twitter too.
What do you use to do that? Do you use a tool?
No, it's there. It's already there.
Built in Facebook?
In Facebook, in LinkedIn, in Twitter, 3 of them offer to link it to each other.
Gotcha.
So I did it. So I don't have to go each one and post it again. Once I post it on my page, they automatically go LinkedIn and Twitter.
Right.
So then I capture all the audiences,
Yep.
and then I post with different groups.
How many
Doesn't
jobs
have
are you
to-
posting a day? Would you say, on average?
Weekly, I post like 5-6 jobs.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what kind of?
weekly.
What's your response rate like? I mean, how many people are sharing or are responding to you somehow?
I would say in a week, 20, around 20. Yeah.
Okay, so about 4 per job, maybe.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
average?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Four jobs in a week. I mean, usually depends on the job though, but I may need only one person.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. So.
So have you had tell me a success story from this? Like, tell me you posted
Well,
a
I
job
will,
and then you got a
yeah.
candidate like the next day or something like that. Do you have any stories
what
like
happened is the company Bose, B-O-S-E, the sound system company,
Yep.
they were looking for a sound system engineer.
that? Sound system engineer.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this was a couple years ago, and then this was a split job with another recruiter. It
Okay.
wasn't even my job,
Right.
and I didn't have any budget for Monster or Career Builder or anything like that. So I just posted in the networking sites like this, groups, LinkedIn. I only posted. I didn't do anything else because I couldn't source.
Right.
And then what happened is somebody saw the ad and he passed it to his friend, which was an MIT graduate, sound engineer.
You struck gold.
And I made $7,500 with the split.
Nice. That's a great story.
So yeah, it's actually a good story.
Awesome.
So then it encouraged me to do more that what other people don't do.
Yes.
Because in my ads, I say, could you please help me to reach out to people? So this is what I'm looking for. If you know somebody,
Yep.
then please let them get in touch with me, and I give my email address.
Now, are you using your personal Facebook account
Yes.
for all this? Okay.
Yes. So
Some
it's up
recruiters
to you.
don't- Yeah, it's up to you.
It's up to you. Sometimes I only post on my page because Facebook page is there, right there too.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I post in both of them, my personal Facebook page
business
and then
page.
my business page.
Okay.
Depends on how desperate you are you want to reach the people.
Right.
Because you never know. Sometimes most of the
Do you encourage candidates to friend you at all, or did you get
yes,
those
I
requests?
do. I'm different on this. I usually
How do you deal with the requests?
Well, when on my website, I have all the links: Facebook, YouTube. I have a YouTube page to Twitter, and then LinkedIn and everything. So they see if they want to be friends with me, they can. And when I talk with them, I say it's okay if you want to be friends with me on Facebook, because I usually use Facebook for business. This is what I say, and I do. I have some personal stuff too, but they are not really hurtful things.
So your primary use for Facebook is for business anyway.
Primarily for business.
Gotcha.
I mean, of course, I have my relatives, friends, school friends, and everybody there. And sometimes I put the parties and things like that. I'm very careful though. Like, okay, what if they see me in a party? They feel I'm human, and we can be friends.
It's about humanizing yourself, right?
Exactly. So then I am very open, but I understand, I respect most people are not like that. It's okay.
Gotcha.
If you don't want to do that, you can just stick with your page though, your Facebook page. And I also opened up a couple groups by myself. I'm the moderator of some groups. They all are free.
Yep.
You can just open up your group. You can just name it Manhattan Recruiting, something like that.
Yep.
And you can just invite people, or whenever they see, they will request, or you can make it public. Anybody can become a member anytime.
Yeah.
Just post your jobs there.
That's good advice.
So it takes time though, but it's worth it. I really, really like it. And I'm kind of famous now. I'm kind of social media famous person. And they know me that as a recruiter now. And then even though I'm not posting any jobs, I get a lot of emails like, hey, we heard you're a recruiter, can you help me with this and that? And I collect the resumes. So all the ideas came, what can I do with a little budget? How can I source best?
Excellent. So,
using the free tools.
Yes. It's great advice there. How long have you been doing it now, would you say? A couple years? Okay,
I became a Facebook member in 2007. I didn't use it much until 2010. 2011, I got married, and then I guess around 2012.
Okay, so about 5 years now, 4 years?
4 or 5 years now. Yes. I've been using, and lately, for the last 2 years, extensively. And another good thing about Facebook, you can become a member of all the newspapers online.
Yep.
You get the news. I read the news on Facebook now.
Yep.
Because you see the headlines.
Yep, sure.
No fake news, I
hope. No fake news, I hope.
And then I see the celebrity type of business people, like Trump, or like the richest person in Mexico or whatever. I track them on Facebook. I find a couple very, very rich people in the business, of course. I'm not talking about movie stars or whatever. And I even lately, this is lately I discovered, I became 20 celebrity business people. I became friends on Facebook.
Okay.
Once you add one or two, they're open to add the others, because they see that we have mutual friends. So I'm enjoying that too.
Nice.
Because I see their lives, and I see, because this is a different life that I'm a middle class person and raised as a middle class. So I am really enjoying it. Their lives, what they do, where they travel, what they eat.
Yeah.
And I didn't create any business yet, but I'm sure it's going to come up.
Right.
Because what happens is
You're building your network now.
I started liking their, posts. They started liking mine. We started chatting, and I'm being vocal on what I'm doing, then I'm sure it's gonna come up. Because I'm in touch with some investors that they want to do business in Manhattan, hoping that in 2017, using all these because the future is going to be all networking. That's for sure. We all know. you can't be shy about it. And I'm very vocal, very outspoken, and I have self-confidence, and all I need is just the opportunity. So I think I'm gonna find it through social network. But why Facebook? Why do I love Facebook? Because you can post pictures there. You can be visual. LinkedIn is so cold to me. I like LinkedIn too, but it's
cold.
It's very cold. It's just like Twitter. Okay, I do it, but mostly people are there for political reasons.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Okay. A couple more questions for you. Do you ever get any? First of all, do you do any searches on Facebook in terms of looking for certain job titles, things like that? Do you ever do any proactive sourcing on there?
Yeah, all the time. Job titles. You mean what?
Yeah.
You mean?
Well, how do you search on Facebook for
Well,
candidates?
go to the. When I'm looking for the candidates, you can put the title, and then if they put the title on their profile, they pop up. For example, I was searching for vascular surgeon at some point.
Okay.
When I put vascular surgeon, then it gave me, and I did the same thing in LinkedIn too. I just put the vascular surgeon, and I created only through the social network. I created 10 good candidates. Unfortunately, nothing worked out, and the clinic is delaying their opening up right now. But
so when you find them on Facebook and you message them, it goes into that other inbox. Are you getting any pushback from candidates saying, "Hey, why are you contacting me on Facebook?" Or are they pretty much receptive to your inquiries?
Usually they are very kind. And there are tricks though. At the same time, if you send a friend's request and send a message, even though if they don't accept your friend request,
they see the notification. That's a great tip. So send a notification the same time you send the message.
So then they understand. Then I'm giving the message like, hey, I send you a message, read it.
That's a great tip.
And they have occupational groups too.
Yep.
You can become a member. You know that.
Yep.
And I also have a LinkedIn HR link group.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
whenever I meet with somebody, I'm sure everybody's doing that. Most people, I get the business card and search in immediately Facebook and LinkedIn. I send my Facebook friendship request anyways. If they don't accept it, I respect. They keep it personal. 70% accepts it.
70%?
Yeah. Now, for example, I have businessmen on my Facebook that I see their holiday parties, their personal life too. I am putting some personal touch in the business, and it's not really harmful because we are not really posting there too personal stuff, but it's what happens if he sees my parties. For example, I post today that we are here, and yesterday I was another event. So it's like, okay, I know this girl now. Okay, he goes, here and there, he's after business. What's wrong with that? I don't want to stay as a business card.
Right.
Come into my life, see my life. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. See my husband, this is my friends, my husband's the guitarist, so it's just like fun. So they remember me.
Yeah.
But it's my style.
Yep. Not for everyone. I think it's very creative, and I think it's great you're doing this, and it's I think more workers can learn from you.
Yeah.
About using Facebook.
Especially if they don't have enough budget like me, they can be like me.
Yeah.
So, then if I would have budget, then I would be more restrictive, because I buy this and that and just search Monster or whatever.
Yep. Awesome. Well, we'll link to you in the show notes, but what's your website? Want to give out the address?
Oh, do you want my website?
Yeah.
It's here.
It's HR.
It's a free website too.
Consulting.wix.
Yeah, Wix is a free website.
Okay.
Yeah.
HRLink.wix/HRLink. So we'll link to that in the show notes.
For example, look, this guy is someone that I know through business.
Yeah.
He owns a garbage truck company.
Okay.
So I went through all my business cards and I sent a friendship request and he accepted. Now we became friends. Look, his holiday party, and we send emails to each other. I just offered him, I just gave him a proposal, like, can you give me $1,000 for a driver? He said no, but it's okay, we talk.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of like become friends. Okay,
Yep.
I said, okay, Joe, I'm gonna resend my request, my proposal.
Yep, eventually
I'm gonna
you get it,
change
right?
it. Yeah, eventually. You know, this is the thing. See friends following, and he's a businessman. I knew him only just through the, you know, like networking. But now it's more personal.
Awesome. So, sound system engineer. What are some other people you've placed through Facebook? Occupation-wise?
Yeah, I placed kitchen helpers, drivers, some entry level. I can't remember what else. Oh, some construction engineers.
Construction?
Not much, but believe me, it's not much. But I think it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow next year.
Well, Ezra, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.